Well, we have breaking news. I mean, breaking the exclusive content and news to Inside Ball. Put your hands together. The Kangaroos coach for the Ashes Series 2025, Kevin Walters. Yes, finally,
mate.
Finally, we can talk about this. I mean, we were even out in the dark on it. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Tob. Firstly, I'm really honoured and to get the job to coach Australia in the Ashes Series. I mean, it's a wonderful opportunity for myself and also the opportunity to coach Australia. It's stuff dreams are made of, mate. So, yeah, I'm really excited. Really excited.
I think it's a final frontier for you. Would that be fair? I mean, you've coached and won at every level.
Yeah.
And this, it could be your greatest achievement.
Well, yeah, it will be my greatest achievement, because it's the pinnacle of coaching. You ask any coach, of any sport, when you're the head coach of the national team, it's a really privileged position, but also one that I take with great respect, and I'm really looking forward to getting into the role over the next couple of days, and then into the finals. We've obviously got to pick a side to tour 22 players to tour England, 3-match
Only
series.
22 players.
22 players, yeah.
Wow. Geez, that's going to be tough to pick because, I mean, you've got a 3-game series, am I right in saying, over 3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
Wow.
So it's going to be tough, but also one that we're all, everyone's really excited for. Staff, who we've got to get to, obviously haven't had any time to have a think about that. Or also, the playing group. Obviously, a lot of the players just pick themselves, You
get to go on a recon before it? Like, I mean, training fields, preparations, or is that...
Well, I believe Mal's done a lot of the groundwork there, which I'm very grateful for because it's virtually, they've done a lot of work, the NRL, in that space, regardless of what's being said on the outside. They've done a lot of work, and Mal has as well. Hotels, training venues, recovery venues, all those.
How that all works.
All the logistics of it all. It's all been worked out, basically. Just got a few little things to look at and put my little touch on the tour as far as the management of it. But all the hard work's been done in that regard. So I'm very grateful for that as well.
The biggest chat that everybody's going to want to talk about is now this eligibility and where players are choosing and what nation to play for. I don't expect any comment on single players like that, but I can understand why some players want to represent their heritage and stuff like that. Do you think you're going to have a competitive side if you do lose some of the names that
Very
they're talking
competitive
about?
side, Dobbo. Very competitive side. Regardless of who wears that green and gold jersey, they'll be ready to play.
Yeah.
And we've got such a great array of talent playing in the NRL. Some of the players are from Pacifica nations, and we get that. We even see, with Origin.
Yep.
But there's enough talent here in Australia to put together a really strong team to go over there and win the Ashes.
Yeah, I can't wait. Kevie, I know we talked about this. Your first Test match when you first wore the green and gold. Can you just give us a bit when that was?
Well, the first time I wore the green and gold was a midweek match for the Emus in 1990, and
on a kangaroo tour.
On a kangaroo tour of England, and I had to really pinch myself sitting around the dressing room with all these. I played with Alfie and all those guys, but sitting with some of the New South Wales players like Brad Fittler and Greg Alexander and Mark Geyer and these sort of guys. Spud Carroll, these sort of guys that you played against and you didn't really sort of know them. Greg Alexander. I didn't know the Penrith players, and we had a pretty fierce rivalry with Penrith. And there was 4 Penrith players on that tour. I think there was about 5 Broncos. And we just hit it off for whatever reason. David Gillespie was in that as well. I remember Cement the first time.
Dean Pay.
John Cartwright.
Was Dean Pay in that?
Dean
he was
Pay,
94.
94, Dean Pay. Yeah, so all these guys that you played against, in club level and against them at State of Origin, and it was they were fierce rivals, almost to a point where you maybe didn't dislike them.
Yeah.
But,
when you come together as a country.
Together, it was absolutely, we just gelled, and we're still good mates, today. So that's the part I'm really excited about. Now, there will be some new players in the team. There probably will be some guys that haven't played for Australia, but also some that have been there for a while. And I want to make sure we're united as one. And that's obviously Mal's done a great job there with the Kangaroos. There was that sort of little bit of divide a few years back, when Queensland got on that dominant run with, but it's from all reports, and I know for a fact that Mal has got a really good.
Well, he's gone back
setup.
to his history and what it means and the fabric of it. And
Yeah.
you've toured as a kangaroo
Yeah.
for an Ashes series. They're bringing
It
back
doesn't
this
get any bigger,
better.
mate.
So you're going to be away for a month. You're going to have a squad of young men representing their country.
Yeah.
And
Mate,
that's
you're getting like. Can
Yeah.
you just back it off a bit? I'm getting too excited already, mate.
Well-
Right? Because it is very exciting.
yeah.
Like,
I'm
but
just happy
also
for
there's
you.
there's a job to do, Dobbo.
Yeah, I know. You got to win.
We got to
Yeah.
win that series.
Yeah.
You know.
Does this put to bed some of the hurt? Like, I mean, it was always going to be. There's always an open wound till it gets healed, and then
Yeah,
you
well,
start. And I know you've moved on, but
Yeah, I've moved
I
on,
feel
Dobbo.
like this is a new chapter for you.
It's a great chapter, a new chapter, and one that I'm really excited about. And I love coaching. I've said
Yeah.
that all along. I've coached in the NRL. I've assistant coached in the NRL. I've coached Queensland, and now this is the ultimate coaching Australia. And I'm just really proud, of myself and my family for just keep moving forward, Dobbo.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy last year. I'll admit that, but when the season started, and you guys know here as well, I've just
Unbelievable.
been so much better.
Yeah.
The work at Fox has been really good for me, and kept me in the game, which I love.
Yeah.
I've loved the game since I was, 5 years old. So this opportunity to coach Australia is just really a dream.
The best.
But I've got to turn the dream into reality and
Get going.
Make some really good decisions around staff, the playing group, how we're going to play. All those things are really important, and I've got to really switch my focus into that now because before we know it, we'll be into finals, grand final, and then 2 weeks later, we go away as a group. So it'll move pretty quickly.
Content creator, you need Australian content creator. Is there any?
Well,
any
we've got
job-
a couple of guys that put their hands up, so
any-
we'll see
any
where that
job for-
lands with
any
the
job
inside
for a-
ball potty.
Any job for a battler?
You guys coming over as well or not?
Are we on the staff? Well, that's what- any job for a battler?
No jobs for the boys here, mate.
Well, we're so happy for you.
Yeah.
We are, and obviously we're going to talk about that in the lead up. That's going to be a huge part of obviously inside ball, and we're very lucky, and
Yep.
and we're just happy for you that you're back, and there's no greater honour to coach the national team, and I just think it's awesome that
Yeah.
you get to do it. So,
Well, that's right, Dobbo. I agree with everything you said there. It's a real honour, but also big job ahead, and I'm ready for it.
see, this is what happens. Exclusive inside ball content. Now, a little later today, our guest will be joining us. So just watch your space. 12 noon today. It's dropping. He's a big dog. He's a real big dog. And if you're a Broncos fan, you're going to be frothing.